When we are exploring the chronicle of Formula One, the name of Michael Schumacher can be found as the greatest legend of the sport. Except for one great driver, none of the others were able to challenge this legendary German during the peak stage of his career. That one driver is famous as the only driver that Schumacher truly feared in the Formula One arena. He is none other than Mika Hakkinen, who is famously called by the nickname the Flying Finn. He is arguably most famous for the Schumacher-Hakkinen rivalry, and only very few people know him as a two-time world champion who won the 1998 and 1999 World Championships. We have to accept the fact that Hakkinen deserves more recognition than he has now. He was active in Formula One only for 10 years, and within that brief period, Hakkinen was able to collect 420 career points, with 20 victories and 51 podiums to his name. Through this video, we are going to discuss about the infamous legend who bravely challenged Michael Schumacher for several seasons. But before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. Mika Hakkinen is a Finnish racing driver who started his career at the age of 5 as a karting driver. He had an exceptional talent even since his younger days and was able to win several regional and national level karting championships before getting a promotion to Formula Ford Championship. With his outstanding skills, Hakkinen got a promotion to the Formula 3 series in the United Kingdom. With his success in the junior categories, Lotus team signed him as one of their permanent drivers in 1991. The Finnish driver drove 2 seasons for Lotus before making a move to McLaren as their test driver. After the retirement of Michael Andretti, Hakkinen was offered a permanent driver role at McLaren in 1994. His partner for the 1994 season was famous TV commentator Martin Brundle. Then he was partnered with Nigel Mansell and David Coulthard in the following seasons. Hakkinen enjoyed little success during the first 4 seasons with McLaren, as he didn't get a powerful challenger from the Woking-based team. Then, the 1998 season arrived, and it was a life-changing season for Hakkinen. The performance of the McLaren team was boosted with the joining of Adrian Newey, and after several years of underperformance, McLaren drivers got something which could be used to battle for a world championship. The Mercedes engine which was used to power the McLaren Challenger was very powerful, and it was simply a masterpiece with Adrian Newey's designing skills. This McLaren was unmatched with any of the other rival challengers in the grid in terms of performance. Despite the performance of the car, Michael Schumacher was unstoppable in his Ferrari. He gave a better fight to Hakkinen all over the season, but Hakkinen managed to secure 8 victories at the end, and it was sufficient enough to secure his first world title. McLaren wanted to continue its dominancy by building a very powerful challenger for its title defending campaign as well. However, it caused some problems during the pre-season testing, and McLaren engineers feared a possible failure. However, Hakkinen was happy with what he had already achieved and remained cool and relaxed despite the problematic situation of the machine. He was confident going into the season and said, "I've gained confidence and experience and am more relaxed. With this title, I no longer have to tell myself every morning I can win, to put pressure on myself." But he was forced to retire in the season opener race in Australia with an issue in the throttle of the car. But he showed his class by winning the next race in Brazil, regardless of the developing gearbox problem in the car. Then he continued his dominancy with a series of victories and podiums. The title fight became easy for the Finnish driver after Schumacher's accident during the British Grand Prix. A brake failure in the German driver's car resulted in a heavy crash, and he came out of the car with a broken leg. So, Schumacher's challenge was over, and Hakkinen had only the challenge from the other Ferrari driver, Eddie Irvine. But everyone knew that Irvine had no potential to challenge Hakkinen like Schumacher. Since then, he spread his dominancy in every race of the season, and finally clinched the 1999 driver's title with a gap of 76 points to the nearest rival, Eddie Irvine. He was awarded his 2nd consecutive Autosport International Racing Driver Award in the same year. here, but McLaren failed in developing a powerful challenger for the next 2 seasons, and Hakkinen had to deal with reliability issues several times, even forcing him to retire in several races as well. Schumacher's Ferrari appeared to be the strongest in both seasons, and Hakkinen was unable to challenge consistently with his underperforming McLaren. He lost his interest in Formula 1 after 2 underperforming seasons with McLaren. He decided to take a sabbatical leave from F1 in 2002 with the hope of returning to the sport later. But after 9 months, he decided to have a full-time retirement from the sport. In 2004, there was a rumour about a potential return of the Finnish driver to fill the Williams seat left vacant by Juan Pablo Montoya. However, he never returned to F1 again and joined with the HWA team to drive for the DTM series. And in that way, Hakkinen's name disappeared from F1 after being the biggest challenger to Schumacher in the sport. Even though his championship count was limited to 2, Hakkinen was considered as someone who had the talent equivalent to Schumacher. Unfortunately, he is totally a forgotten champion in F1, but Hakkinen deserves a special place in Formula 1 history books. Talking about his Finnish rival, Michael Schumacher once said, "Mika Hakkinen was the best opponent in terms of his quality, but the biggest admiration I had for him was we had 100% fight on track, but a totally disciplined life off track. We respected each other highly." What do you think about the Flying Finn? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel. And in return, we'll give you some more exciting Formula 1 action. See you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.